"Give me leave, lord," said Beleg, "and I will guard him and guide him as I may, that no man shall say that elven words are lightly spoken. Nor would I wish to see so great a good run into nothing in the wild." And Thengel gave him leave to do as he would. With little hope, Beleg departed and set out northward, following in the tracks of the orcs. But as he passed by night through the evil land, he came upon one lying asleep at the foot of a great dead tree, and he saw that it was an elf. Then he spoke to him. The elf told him that as he lay and lurked among the trees, he saw a great company of orcs passing northwards, and among them was a man whose hands were chained, and they drove him onward with whips. Together they went on, following the orcs, until they came out of the forest on the high slopes that ran down barren dunes. When all the camp was sleeping, Beleg took his bow, and in the darkness he shot the wolf sentinels, one by one, and silently. Then in great peril they entered in, and they found Túrin, fettered hand and foot and tied to a withered tree. Beleg drew his sword, and with it he cut the fetters that bound Túrin. But fate that day was more strong, for the blade slipped as he cut the shackles, and Túrin's foot was pricked. Then he was so aroused, and into sudden wakefulness of rage and fear, and seeing one bending over him with the naked blade, he leapt up with a great cry, and grappling in the darkness, he seized the blade.
This section of Túrin's tale is one that I glazed over initially, but when I revisited this work, it's something I became fixated on, and I couldn't really understand why. Now, it's true I like Beleg, but he's not a favorite character, and to be honest, Túrin kind of irritates me. But it was last month's Tolkien Reading Day and its prompt of hope and courage that finally put it into perspective for me. Now, for those of us with a less scholarly ambition when it comes to reading Tolkien, it's really easy to just get swept up into all the fantasy and put ourselves in the shoes of our heroes. We can become Aragorns who are noble, capable, and rise to our call, or Samwises who are dedicated and resilient to the last, Gandalfs who are wise and powerful mentors who are completely unyielding, or Círdan's who are talented and cautious but still foster a future. But the reality is that we're more like Boromirs, who are blinded by ambition and morals and ideals, or Frodo's who, despite having the best of intentions, just get worn out and kind of quaver in our resolve. Or Theoden's who succumb to the poisonous words of others, or even the words we tell ourselves. And maybe even Feanor's who become vain and hungry from the pride that our talents give us. The truth of the matter is that in my time, I have been a Túrin. At least, I've displayed some of his less admirable traits. I've wandered off course, been ruled by the certainty that's fueled by doubt, or maybe more prevalent to this section, dismissive of those who have supported me. Yet, what was drawing me back to this story is the lesson that I've been trying to be more receptive of. And that's that no matter what our faults are, even in our darkest times, there are Belegs. There are people who will be there for us when we show even our worst sides. There are people who will show faith and want us to thrive, even at the sake of their own well-being. And for those of us who are fortunate, we may just be in denial of them. A lot more people who are less will have to look a little more. But at the end of the day, if we let ourselves believe in them and let them be our hope and maybe try to see what they see in us, maybe we can do what they do and we can move away from the less desirable traits. Maybe, just maybe, next time I revisit this work, I can just focus on how freaking amazing Luthien is. Though, let's be honest, if we're talking about me, I'm probably more distracted by Huan and his amazing wolfy dogness. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.